Hey everybody, Brian here. Thanks for watching. We took a new girl out hunting last weekend and things got pretty exciting for her. If you like our content, please hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps us out. Thanks. Enjoy the video. Hey folks, Brian and this is Kelly. We're on Kelly's property today, her hunting property. And this is the third time we've been out here, right?
Third time, yeah.
Sure.
First two times, there's dead, no wind. Didn't see nothing, didn't hear nothing. Tonight, there's very little wind, but we had some wind. So we started calling. We played a few sounds, and then we heard a single coyote off this way here. And I'd say we heard it, and then we didn't hear nothing from it for like 20 minutes. Then it started howling again, just like one or two howls, and it would be quiet. I'm trying to push buttons, trying to get it to, make some more noise or come in or whatever, and it's not. We're getting close to the end. Janelle has a sound on her call that I don't have on mine that works pretty good this time of the year, so we're like, well, let's try that, and nothing again. So
But it was only a few minutes after that she lit back up.
Yeah.
She started coming in closer.
well, I don't know if I played that squirrel sound that they seem to like every once in a while, and when I started playing that, that's when they howled, which was right after your funny name. I call that sound, but
Not allowed to say it.
I can't say that. It's hilarious. So it sounds like
It's so
like,
ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous sound. I don't know how it ever works, but it does.
Yeah. Sways, they were close. Well, we just heard one. It was one barking and yipping at us. Pretty close, I'd say within 200 yards. Then we were deciding whether we could get through this fence row to see into this next field.
Like, I had my phone out. We're looking at maps, asking Kelly where we could go.
Yeah, trying to get closer to them, because they wouldn't come closer to us.
And we decided we couldn't get through.
Yeah,
So
the woods was real dense over there.
Yeah, so I put on a Foxborough sound. I don't play much, but I like it. It sounds, people say make it sound like a baby crying. I think this sounds a lot like a baby crying. And
It wasn't.
on for like 2 minutes.
I was gonna say, it was like a minute later. I was like, poof, I grabbed my gun because Brian was to our right. I grab my gun and I throw it around so that it's in front of, or at this point next to Brian, where the coyotes are coming in. And Kelly just stands there. I'm like, Kelly, get on the gun.
Yeah, I really wanted to get Kelly.
Yes. That was the goal.
Yep. My first time out trying at it.
So it ended up being a double, of course.
Well, we only seen one at first. It comes around the corner and it's like super hot. Like,
I think it was bold.
yeah, I'm using black hot, and it was like I had my sensitivity on 5. Like it was
Just like a puffball. Mine, it looked like a giant marshmallow. Like, it was so white. And then Brian said, here's another one, and I scanned, and his, you could see, was like fluffy. And the first one was, it was weird. And it also looked like its hip or something was messed up.
the one with
Yeah.
yeah.
So they come, and it's coming. And this field is not very wide. I think it was like 80 yards, you said, Kelly?
Yeah. Yep. 80.
Kelly cranked my zoom up like the Price is Right wheel, and was maybe a little too far zoomed.
Yeah.
And it stopped, and I'm like, take it. And then I think it saw us, or heard. I think it heard our feet, actually. We moved, there's a little bit of leaves here. And it kind of started, and I kind of tried to bark, and it bing right into the fence row, and Kelly's like, shoot him, Brian, shoot him. She didn't even know there was a second one.
Yeah.
So
Zoomed in a little far on that one.
I seen the second one, and it was really light. It wasn't very bright. It's hard to see, actually. And I was like, "Oh, there's another one right there." I panned a little bit, looked for a third or a fourth, and I come back to it, but they were
pretty far apart.
And so I waited, and the one I was watching was just standing there, and I knew the other one was moving, so I panned to see where it was, and it was like, holy moly, it's like right on top of us. And right about the time I got on it, which you should see in the video, it booked. And I went back to the other one, and it ran, and then it stopped. So I knew at that time, if I didn't shoot it, was gone, so I shot it.
Yep.
It's laying over here. But Janelle got a new tool we're going to show you here in a minute, which which makes it really easy to find the coyotes, even though this one should be fairly easy.
This one's gonna be easy and it's on the way, but
it's a laser. So you point this laser at the coyote laying on the ground, and you can just walk right up to it.
Right to the laser point.
So if you give us a second here, we're gonna
Set
do
that up.
that, and we'll maybe get a couple minutes of video doing that as we walk up to the coyote. So we'll be right back.
All right, so here's Brian. We got it set up here, pointing out to where it goes. I don't know if you can see it. You know, let me see if I turn the flash off for a second. You can just see it. Move your hand for a second. You can just see it out there, actually. So we're gonna walk out and get closer to it, and oh, you can see it there in the upper left-hand side. You can see it better. All right, so the gun's way back quite a ways. You can see I'm stepping in front of the laser here, and the laser walked us right to the coyote. So pretty cool setup having the laser on the tripod, and being able to just walk right out to them. I know there's times where they're in tall weeds or whatever that it's it's not as easy. The laser is a pretty cool tool to have in the box. Yep.
No getting them sidetracked. You go
right to them.
Don't. You get him, Brian. Brian, you get him.
Get the other one.
I couldn't.
There's two of them.
Brr.